Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm James.
And welcome to the Cornwall Property Podcast, where every week we bring you the latest news, hot topics and guidance around the Cornwall property market.
Stay tuned to be informed, inspired and to have any of your property related questions answered by trusted local property professionals.
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm James.
And welcome back to the Cornwall Property Podcast. We are here on a very special podcast episode. We're actually live from one of our own developments in Mevagissey. So, James, why are we here?
We are here to inform, to inspire you guys, and I think, as Dan just said, this episode we're actually on our own development, which is quite rare because we don't try to share too much about our own stuff, but it's really nice to sort of show you something that, you know, was kind of derelict, if you like, and we've brought housing back to the Cornish local people, which is really nice.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously that's something we've been drumming on about for quite some time now, is this Cornwall housing crisis, and sadly it's still here, it's still among us, and we are big advocates to trying to bring as much local housing stock to the market as we possibly can. So this is just one example of one of the developments that we've got currently working on, and it has been reserved. All the flats have been reserved for local residents, which is obviously a great result. And another reason why we're here. We're actually here working with the guys at Cornwall Channel today, and we are filming a little promo video just to give guys a little bit more of an understanding of what we do, who we are. Conscious that, again, as James said, we don't really talk too much about ourselves. It's more a case of just trying to give value to others in terms of what they could do and you could do. Yeah. So we thought, yeah, you know what, it might be a good opportunity for us to show around and show what we're going to do and what we do, and trying to give a bit of confidence on us, I suppose, in terms of, we are practicing what we're preaching here and big advocates for it. So, I hope you enjoy that. Absolutely.
And just as always, for you guys getting in contact with us, how do you do that? Come on to the website, which is cornwallpropertypodcast.com. Go onto the front page there, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then you can message us on that way. But as many of you do, come onto our Facebook social media platform where you can send us a message on there. But please do keep reaching out like you do. Like us where you can, because we really do appreciate all your support and, most importantly, all your feedback, because that is, how we improve, and all your content and questions that you ask us.
Definitely. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass over now, and we're going to share with you guys first the new promo video we've been working on. So again, this is Penthouse. This is the first project that James and I have actually done of this sort of size together. But the key is, you hopefully will get from this video, is we're just trying to give this best quality and value to local tenants.
Absolutely. Hope you enjoy it as much as we did creating it.
Damn right. Roll the cues. Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm James.
And we are here at the Cornwall Property Podcast. We're here on actually one of our own projects. We wanted to share with you, just to give a bit more of an idea of exactly what we do and what our experiences are, really.
Absolutely.
So we're here down in Mevagissey. This is Penthouse. This has pretty much been a lot of things. It's been an old doctor's surgery, it's been an old orphanage as far as we're aware. Previously, most recently, it's been really below par, awful bed sits, really below standard bed sits, and unsafe bed sits as well. So we purchased this back in May 2021, and we have just near enough finished this. We are on site. We're going to give you a little tour in a moment, and give you just to share exactly what we've done and what we're doing as well, because this is just one of a few projects that we've got going on. And as you know, the regular listeners and the viewers for the Cornwall Property Podcast, what our aim is to inspire, inform and educate you guys on property, and trying to help bridge that gap with the Cornwall property market, where we've got a lot of people needing homes and not enough homes. So this is just an example of the type of properties that we're trying to bring back to the market for local people.
That's it, absolutely. And just the way that you can contact us, you can send us an email, hello@cornwallpropertypodcast.com, and you can also get us on social media, on Facebook, and just send us a message on there. And also we've got our website, it's cornwallpropertypodcast.com. If you go onto the front page there, scroll down to the bottom, and then you can send us a message in that way. So really excited to show you around Penthouse, of course. And one thing that is a real sort of unique selling point here is not only the location, because you don't really get many flats here in Mevagissey, but it's got really good outdoor spaces. We've got a huge storage area where you can have bikes and you can have surfboards, all that type of stuff. And we've got really good bin stores, one per flat, where they've got huge areas to put all their bins in, all their recycling, because we always try to think about the practical side of that. So can't wait to show you around and see how far it's come from where it was.
That's it. As I say, parking's always an issue in Mevagissey as well. We're very fortunate to be blessed with, we've got 12 parking spaces. So here we've got 5 flats. We've got 4
2-bed flats and 1 1-bed. And every flat has got 2 parking spaces, and we've also got 2 additional visitor spaces. Yeah, really, really good and really excited. So this has been a very, very big project. It's gone back deeper than we anticipated.
Just a bit.
But we want to share with you what the ups and the downs, the real life of it really. And property is not always straightforward and easy going, and it is stressful. But the beauty is obviously doing it with someone that you're good friends with, and it just takes the weight and the stress off as well. But this has been purchased for ourselves. We work with investors, so this has been purchased with cash. With our investors, who we offer a percentage return on their money. So we have been lent money for 12 months. We give them return on their investment. That enabled us to purchase this property and then redevelop it. We will then put a mortgage on this property at the end, which was then when we'll pay back our investors. So the mortgage, we'll get a 75% loan to value mortgage. So of the end value, we'll get 75% of that end value, and that then enables us to pay back our investors everything we've promised and guaranteed them.
Absolutely, and you know, it's getting all of that money out the deal. Everybody gets paid back, but the most important thing, and what the Cornwall Living and Property Podcast is all about, is us, creating homes here in Cornwall. And this was actually 8 bed sits when we purchased it. Dan's already mentioned it's been lots of other things, such as doctor surgery and orphanage as well. We've reduced that down to 5 flats, but they're much better quality living. And when we bought the place, there was only 1 person living here. All the other flats were absolutely empty, and they've been empty for over 2 years. So it's really nice that we can give the building its glory, and now we've created homes where we can have people coming back. So it's great.
Look forward to it. Let's show you inside.
Can't wait. Right then guys, well, now that you've seen the outside, welcome to the inside here of Penthouse. So before we go into flat 1, we're just going to talk a little bit about the communal areas. So we wanted this to be very nice, very fresh, good quality living, which is what we always try to deliver. So here on the flooring, what we've got is really nice LVT flooring, which comes with a 25-year warranty, which is good for the longevity of the building and of course the floor. This is what they have. This is called blonde oak parquet flooring, which is really, really nice, and it gives that sort of nice Victorian feel. We mustn't forget, although everywhere inside these properties are very, very new, the building is Victorian, so you can still see those features from the outside when we were out there, and that is really nice to keep those features. But inside, you'll see the size that we've got. So we've got a nice chandelier above where we are here at the moment, which is really nice, just trying to keep that in keeping again with that Victorian theme. So nice, bright, airy communal area, and now we'll go straight into flat 1 here. So we'll start in the lounge and kitchen area. All the flats we've got here are sort of lined up where you've got the kitchen and the lounge in the same area. That maximises the space here, but really, really good, tall, high ceilings. We're very lucky that every single flat here is very, very bright anyway, but we've gone over that kind of lovely light, and we've put in as many lights as we possibly can in the property. On the flooring, we've got that same LVT, not quite the same as the parquet, but we've got this really nice sort of brushed dark oak, which is really, really nice. And again, it comes with that 25-year warranty, where we've just got, lots of contingency for spillages and things like that. So these are really, really nice kitchens that we've got from Howdens. They're sort of medium spec, but they are, again, they're designed to last for a long time, which is really, really nice. And then as we go through the corridor here, we've got the second bedroom on the left-hand side. In here, this is a pretty good size, and you'll easily get a double bed in here, if not a king. Again, we've got very, very nice, bright, airy light coming through. Nice grey carpets. As you can probably see, we've replaced all the windows and doors. This property literally came from a shell, to be honest, and we've taken it right back to its bare bones and started right again in the beginning. So very, very pleased with the quality. As we move through the corridor here, we've got a really nice, bright utility space. And this particular flat, what is really good about it is that it's got its own private garden. To be honest, most people won't come through the main entrance where you saw Dan and I talking. They'll actually come with their own private parking right outside flat 1's private garden. They'll go through the gate, and this part here in the utility room is actually where they're coming to their flats. They've got their own private access, as I say. So if they turn immediately left, they can move down the corridor there, where they've got a lovely bathroom, big bathroom on the left-hand side in here. We've tried to put baths in these flats wherever possible, so it can can, you know, reach out to a different demographic, maybe a family as well that's got children. But this is a good size, but not only have we got a bath here at the back, we've also got, as you can see just around the corner, a lovely big shower in here as well. And as you'll see from the fittings, a bit like the flooring and the kitchens, we've gone not, you know, poor quality at all. This is actually more high spec. Again, we want these flats to last and still look this good in 5 years time. Albeit we know we're going to have to do painting and decorating, but it's definitely worth you know, spending the money on the furnishing and fixtures and all that type of stuff. So we come out of the bathroom here and head immediately left. Here we come onto the master bedroom, which again is really, really nice, bright and airy, and there's plenty of light coming through. But again, we've over-engineered all the lighting here as well, just to make it as bright as possible, really. So yeah, very nice, good sized flat, 2-bed with its own private garden. And this flat here went within about 5 hours of it actually being advertised. So really, really pleased with that. And yeah, look forward to showing you flat 2.
So, welcome to flat number 2. So this is our second 2-bed in Penthouse. This is the ground floor roadside facing flat. So this is very, very spacious, large, bright and airy. Again, we're very fortunate on this living area here, kitchen area as well, that we've got dual aspect with the windows. We've got 2 bay windows, beautiful bay windows, one overlooking the front garden and one on the side path here. So again, great location, great light, not a lot more you could ask for. So again, similar specification, it's the same spec throughout the property. But what I'm going to go into a little bit more in here is the type of specification and the things you'll notice when you go through the property with us in a moment, that we've had to really take this whole place back to brick. So with this period of property, it was all lime rendered previously. And for those of you that aren't so familiar, lime is a breathable material, so it needs to be able to breathe. Now, this property has been lime rendered, it has been butchered for years and years and years, bodged I'd like to say as well. And what we found is there are a lot of damp. So as we were taking off the plaster, we were taking the place back to brick, to stone in places as well. And what we found is it's really, really damp, a lot of the external walls. When we did some further digging, we found that actually the whole external envelope of this building is no longer lime. It's actually a cement-based render, which obviously no longer breathes. So the issue you've got there is you've got a property that needs to breathe and it's being suffocated externally. So what we've found is that we need to then come up with a system internally that solves this issue long term. Because obviously we're going to hold on to these properties. We need them to be a good quality living for our tenants and people of the local community who are going to be moving in. So what you'll notice is on all of the external walls, there's a small shadow gap around the top of the walls, and there's a small grille and shadow gap at the bottom as well of some of the skirts. So what we've had to do is we've had to build an external wall structure off of the existing stonework. So we've got about a 20mm gap between the existing stone from our stud work. Now between our stud work, we've had to insulate everywhere. So all of these flats have got either an EPC of a C, so this one in flat 2 is a C. Every flat has a C apart from the middle floor, which we'll take you on to, which is flat 3 and flat 4. They are actually Bs, so really high EPC ratings. And the reason that is so impressive, again, is because we've got no gas here. This is all electric. So we've managed to achieve Cs and Bs on the EPCs just from electricity and from over-speccing windows, insulation, and every other element we possibly could, just because we know the value of that. Obviously, we need to keep those bills down as well for the tenants moving in. So going back to the external walls, we have used a 3x2, so a 75mm timber structure. So that's a timber frame which is built out on all of the external walls. Within there, we've used 50mm of Actis Hybris insulation, which is a honeycomb insulation. That has gone between the studwork. And on the inside face of the studwork, we've used a 25mm thick insulation board. We've then obviously plasterboarded to the face of that. So we've got a big thickness of insulation there. But what we've had to do with the tops and the bottom is we've had to allow for it to self-ventilate. So it ventilates itself internally. So the structure of the studwork is built off of the floor on stilts, and it doesn't reach the ceiling either. So we've got a very small couple of mil gap from the top and the bottom. And what this does allow is that if for whatever reason there was any moisture build up on that wall, it can easily dry itself out without causing any issues on the face of the plasterboard or on the external walls. But so it's just for longevity and peace of mind really. So it's a real bulletproof kind of system there.
You'll see these shadow gaps and the ventilation system on all of the external walls. We've gone for a U value of 0.29 here. Again, we only were required to get a 0.3 U value, so this is a thermal efficiency. So again, we're just trying to do one better than the minimum standard. So as we leave the kitchen living room, we'll walk down the corridor To your right, you'll see the first double bedroom in this property. Again, a lovely spacious bedroom. We've got a water cylinder cupboard as well, but ample space here for a good double, potentially a king size bed and storage as well. As you come out of this bedroom, we then walk back to the corridor. On your left, you will find a shower room. This is the only bath/shower room in the whole property where we've not been able to fit a bath. But again, we've managed to fit probably the biggest shower we've ever seen. It's a 1400 ml shower, so it has been pretty much bespokely made for this room, just because we wanted to give it that wow factor and again, feel for luxury. So again, bathroom, shower room even is here on the left-hand side. We then go opposite the bathroom and we've got the master bedroom, which is again a really good sized double. It has got built-in wardrobe for storage as well. So again, real good space, really nice living environment, and again, good quality specification. Let's go check out flat 3.
Right guys, so here we are in flat 3. This is another 2-bed apartment in here, and this wasn't always going to be a 2-bed apartment, as I come to shortly, but we're here currently in the master bedroom, and believe it or not, this room here used to be a pre-existing bathroom. So we were looking at the floor space that we had to play with, and we couldn't really justify moving this room back to be a bathroom, because it would have just been way too big for the flat. So what we have done is made this one into the master bedroom here, and it's got partial sea view out there as well, so we couldn't really not utilise that space. And it's quite nice because you've got these 2 little steps, or 3 little steps that you go down, so you're in your own sort of private little cabin, if you like. It's very, very cosy in this bedroom, but again, you wouldn't struggle getting a double bed in here, and at a push you could also get a king bed in here as well. So you've got, as you come through the property, going dead ahead, you've got the bathroom in here. Now this bathroom, as you can see, has got a pre-existing little window which is actually incorporated in where the chimney breast was, and we thought this would be a really nice feature that you can look out to sea when you're having your shower, which is very, very nice. And again, you can probably see that it is the same theme in every single flat, same flooring, everything, that really, really high quality. If we come out the bathroom and we move to the left here, you've got this tiny little space. Now we sort of thought, do we sort of make the bathroom a little bit bigger? Or halfway through the project, we sort of put our heads together and we thought, you know, is there a way that we could get a second bedroom in this flat? Now, of course, more value is going to be added if we have that second bedroom. So we sort of utilise it. If we move the wall across a little bit for the bathroom and made that slightly smaller, but yet it's still a good size, we've actually managed to get ourselves what I would call a little nursery in here. It has got a bath, so if you've got children, it's advantageous to have that bath, but they could have a single bed in here or even a cot. But also hitting the other demographic, it might be a couple that's living in here and they could use it as storage space, or you could quite easily have a little office in that room. And as you can see in that particular room, you've got really, really good space, and you've got you know, really bright, airy room that you can have whatever you want really. But we think most people will use it as a secondary bedroom, like I say, with a nursery or something like that. So if we come out of this little snug room and head to the right hand side, we then come into, same as the other flats, you've got a really nice open plan kitchen and dining room with a nice bay window, and what will go really nice in here is that you can have a table in that bay window and you can still pick up the sea views, which is really, really nice. So again, a very good, decent flat. And one thing that we have got in all of these flats is a really nice intercom system where you've got a video camera that is down on the ground floor, so the entry system is really nice. You can see who's coming. They're quite state of the art, as you can see. They're all digital, not like the old school ones that make horrible noises, but they are really, really good quality. And again, it just brings up that standard of living and comfort for our tenants that will be moving in. So here we are, flat 3, and we look forward to moving over to flat 4.
Oh, sorry. Welcome to flat 4. So this is actually the 1-bed flat we've got in Penthouse House, and it's probably one of my favourites in the property. It has got amples of space and light and character. As for example, I am currently sat on the toilet in the bathroom of flat 4, and again, this has been tiled. We've got a beautiful light coming in. Again, bath, shower over the bath here as well. Touchless mirror, always added to all of the bathrooms. But one thing that we have, again, trying to reiterate here, we're trying to overspec these flats and trying to give them the best quality living as possible for the local tenants that we're going to be housing. And what we've done here is Acoustics. we're conscious that in apartments, acoustics is a big problem and a big issue. You can hear next door, you can hear the TV, you can hear people talking, things like that. So what we have tried to do here is make sure that that is not going to be an issue for our tenants. So for those who are a bit more au fait with the regulations, you have to achieve a decibel rating to get building regulations sign off for apartments. You need to achieve a 43 decibel ratings. That was our requirements for this block of apartments. So that is measured by bedroom above, so in the flat above they'll measure, and then in the bedroom below they'll measure the sound that they can hear from one to the other. So to be in mind, as I said to you, 43 decibels was the requirement. We have achieved here 54 decibels in each flat, so well over and above what is required. This wall here, for example, I'll bang this in a second, but this wall here is a timber stud wall. But that sounds solid. Like everyone if you came here and you were to tap that wall, it sounds solid like a block wall. But that's because of the system that we have used on this. But again, it's just trying to overspec it and give the best possible living for our tenants. So if as you walk through the flat, the front door for this flat, you will then be faced directly opposite you in this bathroom, which I was speaking with you from. You then turn left and you've got a beautiful dual aspect living and kitchen area. Again, this is probably my favourite room in this whole building, simply because you've got benefits from two types of views. You've got sea views from the front facing bay window, and then you've got rolling hilltop views from the roadside facing bay window. So again, floods and floods of light being brought into this room. We then have the little utility space as well in this apartment. Simply what we did realise is that wherever we possibly can, we want to be able to bring white goods out of the living room space. Obviously kitchen, living areas, we don't want washing machines going on whilst you're watching a television. So just trying to take these little elements and give a bit of thought and care into them. So we have got a separate utility space for washing machine and potentially tumble dryer as well for the tenants if they want to put one in. This flat is also a real special flat because the huge bedroom that you can see here has a door leading off it into its own private balcony. Again, the beauty of these balconies is, again, they've been over specified. We've got composite decking, so they're long lasted, they're not going to be slippery. We've then also got composite cladding on all of the external walls of the balcony. So again, real low maintenance, but it gives a real high quality finish. We've got solid slate coping, sills and stones on top of the balcony walls as well. So it just gives that real quality finish, and they're so safe. Regulations state that the heights of these walls and the balconies need to be 1100 mil height. We exceed that again ever so slightly. We're about 1200 mil, but again, it's just making sure it's safe if you did have little ones to visit or to live here too. So again, that is it for flat 4. Let's take you up to the penthouse. So welcome to the penthouse, also known as flat 5. So yeah, this is right on the top floor. This is a favourite. This has been one that has been very sought after by locals who have been viewing. So as we come up the stairs to the entrance, you are then greeted in the corridor, the hallway. You could turn left or you could turn right. If you turn left, you'll go into the master bedroom where you've got beautiful views over to the hilltops. Come out the master bedroom. You've also got beautiful, large, and the biggest bathroom where we boast a large bath, as well as a very large and generous shower, 1200 ml shower tray and unit. Again, really nice specification and high spec there. Beautiful features. What we've managed to do in this flat as well is when we purchased it, and you'll see throughout all of the before and after photos that you'll have noticed, we had no idea that the beams were here. So when we came into the penthouse, the ceiling was at the bottom and attached to the A-frame of these beams. So we had no idea that they were here. So when we started ripping out and looking into what we could have access to, we noticed they were there, and it was just criminal not to show them off. So as we ripped out, we took down all the lath and plaster ceilings and we brought the beams out and really showed them off.
Not an easy job.
Wasn't a nice one either, no, but again, worth every little bit. We also, as you can see from the photos, before and after photos, we had a really large chimney stack, chimney breast, which was probably taken up most of that master bedroom, actually, looking back at it now. So
sure.
We didn't initially anticipate taking that out, but so pleased we did, because taking that out has added so much space and further value and living quality, really. So we took out a big chimney stack here. We've exposed all the A-frames and the beams, and I think hopefully you agree that it just gives that wow factor again. So from the master bedroom and the bathroom at the top of the stairs, carry on across the corridor, and you come into what we are currently stood in here now, which is the kitchen living space. Again, beautiful, vast kitchen space, lovely light flooding in from the roof windows. And again, we've got some great feature windows as well, just to boast, which you can see and appreciate from the front as well as inside. So we're then leading off the kitchen living space. We have then got on our left, as you leave this room, the second bedroom, which again is a nice space. We've built in storage at every opportunity here, with it being a penthouse and a loft flat, I suppose. We're conscious that storage is not of the plenty. So every opportunity and every eave, we have built cupboards, storage space, built-in wardrobes wherever we possibly could, just to try and maximise the storage we possibly could here. And then we lead out to the balcony, which again, look forward to showing you a little bit more detail in a moment. But first of all, I'm going to throw you over to James, who's going to give you a little bit more information on the actual heating specifications that we've had to go through here.
Yeah, thanks Dan, and thank you for all of that. Obviously don't want to be too boring with all the heating specification, but we've talked about so far in this podcast with the other flats that Dan's mentioned about how the building breathes, which is great. We've learned about how we keep the building, well insulated, but what's a really important factor is how do we keep the property warm, especially in the winter months here. And this is in one of those locations where it gets absolutely battered by the sea winds and everything else. So we've decided to use quantum Dimplex heaters. Now, these aren't the prettiest things in the world, but what they do is that they give you decent warmth and it's sort of 24 hours a day. Now historically with night storage heaters, which these actually are, so it's nothing new in terms of the technology of the bricks that are inside these heaters. They get heated up and then they slowly let the heat out. Now historically with night storage heaters, you had them doing what they say on the tin, night storage. They were storing the heat throughout the night, and then during the day, so from about 9 o'clock in the morning, they would slowly start to let out heat, and then all the heat would be gone by sort of 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, that's not particularly great when you come home from work on a winter's evening when it's 2 degrees and it's quite often snowing outside here in Cornwall, and the property's cold. So these particular heaters, they have electronic settings in them, so they gradually let the heat out throughout the day, and you can change all the different settings. So it's not just a case like the old ones where they're either on or off. You can set them up with your apps on your phone as well, so every tenant's a little bit different, but they are really, really good. And one of the most important things for us with the EPC numbers on this, which is the Energy Performance Certificate, this is what has helped us get that sort of C and B ratings throughout the properties here, because by using these quantum heaters. So they are very, very warm. We're here at the moment, it's April, or just coming into April, and it is very, very warm in here, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, and you always find that with it being a loft room, it's always going to maintain the heat. So the key is we've used reflective insulation at every opportunity, and the beauty with reflective insulation is that it reflects whatever heat it's got, so it will keep the heat out if it's bellowing heat out the outside, but as well it will also reflect the cold. So it's just trying to amplify what we've got available to us. But yeah, these quantum storage heaters have been a big, big help in getting the EPCs to where they are. So
absolutely,
definitely recommend it if you're struggling. The only obviously difference is that we've had to, with all the meters for these flats, they've all got their own individual meters, so they've all got electric meters and their own water meters, so every single apartment has got its own facilities, but it just means that you're able to control that heating and those bills a little bit better. Just trying to, again, future-proof it for the tenants and just try and give that quality out there, really. But
yeah, absolutely.
This is the penthouse, so James, anything else you want to
add? No, nothing else really. Just you mentioned about the separate water meters. We've got the separate electric meters, but just with the water, it's so common that you have sort of like a feed coming into the house, and then each flat will get its kind of own feed. And by the time you get to the penthouse, don't forget we're up here on the very top floor and we're fighting against gravity. Normally, it's not unheard of where you've got penthouse flats that's got water just trickling out the shower, and it's not very good at all. Here at this flat, we've got a 32mm feed of water going into every individual flat coming off the main line from the road. So the water pressure is good throughout all the flats, but also up here in the penthouse as well. So that was really important. As we've said many, many times for Dan and I, we're all about creating the homes, but we want to give really good quality living. And I don't know if you've ever had it, but there's nothing worse than having a shower that has a dribble coming out of it. It's awful.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Hi guys, well hope you enjoyed the tour there of Penthouse House. We're finishing off the podcast here on the very top penthouse balcony, so excuse the wind that's going on at the moment, but as you can see we've got the lovely beautiful sea view behind us, and yeah, we really hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Like we said from the very beginning, we've just managed to bring back these properties for locals to come in and move into, and you know, they were empty before, so that's a big tick for us. But of course we stand by, you know, what we've created. It's just here to give really good living quality. So that's not only about the finish in the property, that's about the way that it's been soundproof, the way it's been insulated, the fact that it's got 2 parking spaces. We just got everything here that people want really, with a nice luxury apartment, I guess, and good quality living.
Yeah, let's hope the tenants enjoy.
So, hope you enjoyed that short video. Let us know what your thoughts, and if there's anything you'd like to know, obviously please do get in touch. But yeah, we're pretty proud of that, pretty proud of it. James, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's well, firstly, thank you for watching it. It's I think it's quite crazy to be, you know, sat here at this property now that it's all finished, when it's just been for the past year. There's been certainly ups and downs, as you'll hear in our next podcast next week, just with question and answers. People have asked us, you know, certain questions, what's been the highs and lows, etc. But yeah, we are so pleased with it, and pleased to say that it's all fully let out, with tenants moving in the next few days, which is really exciting. So yeah, thank you for watching, and as always, please do send in all your questions, answers that we respond to on cornwallpropertypodcast.com. You can also send us a message on social media platforms, on Facebook, on our Cornwall Property Podcast page there, and just keep sending in anything property related or in any way that we can help, because we love doing it.
Exactly that. So guys, we've got a really exciting episode to share with you next week in fact, and we are going to do a little Q&A, again going into a bit more personal in terms of Dan and James, and we're going to be asking each other questions essentially on the current development we've got going on, the sort of things that we've got coming up in the pipeline. So yeah, not something that we normally do, and we're kind of not necessarily bearing all within reason, but yeah, it's just trying to give you guys a bit more of a feel as to who we are.
Absolutely, and our backbone, and you know, the structure of, you know, how we operate, and you know, it's very easy to do podcasts, isn't it? Where you can have pre-recorded stuff and all of that, but it's more about, you know, it's not easy property developing all the time, as we shared in other podcasts, so we can let you know the real stresses. Yeah,
for sure. So again, look forward to sharing that with you, and thanks again for your time and for listening. Please do share. Please subscribe. Every little like and share does really help us, and it just shows that we are doing something right. So again, bye from me.
Bye from me, and see you next time.
Cheers.